crunching on her pulse, waiting to end her life. She could hardly breathe. Her breath was subtle, and all she heard from her dresser was, "If you make such a scratching sound, you're dead." She nodded, but she can't. What comes to mind when you hear this? A murderer? A fake story? A tragic scene? All are good, but domestic violence is what is happening here. So what is the definition of domestic violence? Domestic violence is violent or aggressive behavior towards someone within the home, typically involving violent or abuse of a spouse or partner. Domestic violence is happening and will keep doing so. People are not aware of this issue. This violence is oftentimes overlooked or denied. Many women are afraid to speak out on the issue because they're afraid to get even more hurt. Most, like you, would think it could never happen to you until it's too late. We need to have a better understanding of why domestic violence is occurring and how to prevent it. Also, this month, October, is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Domestic violence is a huge problem with devastating effects. Here we have a few of the most recent facts/statistics. In 2013, nearly 1 in 3 women had experienced domestic violence by a spouse or a boyfriend. 1 in 4 women will experience domestic violence within her lifetime. $4.1 billion is spent annually on medical and mental health services for the victims of domestic violence. And I mean, there's just so much that plays into it. There are 7 common forms of domestic violence, and Dr. Francis Aldo Awu, a physician, family counselor, author, conference speaker, this is a man with a platinum level expert who is an author with an expertise in this, who has a passion for helping others overcome obstacles. In this we have verbal abuse, which is a type of weapon for aggression. This form of abuse is used to hurt a partner or use harsh words, or in written form such as text messages, emails, or online resources to backstab that person. Next we have physical abuse, which is the most violent from the abuse, which is the abuser inflicts pain or injury on the victim, such as despicable acts like slapping, kicking, boxing, pulling one's hair, just beating him up. Next we have emotional or physical abuse. Like other abuses, it is motivated by urges for power and control. The goal is to abuse and is mainly to diminish the partner and not to let them do anything. Furthermore, we have economic abuse, which is the partner or some sort of uses economic blockade to gain control of the mate, just beating them down, not letting them do anything. It's really hard for people to overcome that one. Next, we have sexual abuse. It is more of a common type of abuse. The husband reduces the mate to sex or object, which makes them, they're just pretty much limited to sex, and if they say anything, they get hurt pretty much. And this is one of the hardest ones for women, mainly to overcome. Then we have isolation. This is a form of abuse, limiting the mate's access to the other person, where either when they have something happen to them, like most people aren't going to say anything, they just hide out. I mean, these are a lot of symptoms you can see, so if you see it, you kind of want to describe it to someone. And finally, we have spiritual abuse, which is the abuse which is subtle from other abuses, in which one partner uses scripture verses related to God or something to make them feel, the other person or the partner feel horrible about the abuse, of what they have done, so they can't do anything. And furthermore, we can address the problem of domestic violence with both prevention and treatment. In prevention, there are many ways to prevent domestic violence. One way is going to a positive helping program who is willing to help you, like a counseling session. More than likely, there will be a community help center that can help you from this prevention. It must begin at home, I should say. Most people don't believe it, but they should. From doing this, many women and children will learn to see the positive examples and have a better understanding of how to go about domestic violence and get help. Next, we have treatment. There are a lot of ways to help people. Many times people who have encountered domestic violence tend to go to a professional therapist for help. This technique can be very long and treacherous journey for ongoing the forms of, like, within the 7 forms, would it ever taken place, it's like an ongoing treacherous journey, I should say. And most professionals recommend one or the other group therapy or one-on-one therapy. This is a hard and painful process just because you don't want to have anyone know about it. I mean, it's sacred to you, and most people don't understand that. In conclusion, that crystal blade piercing her skin was all a threat that was needed to convince her of doing anything. The abuser won the spiral but won't win the next. The numbers are increasing each year. Without taking notice, these innocent women and children are either going to get very hurt or even die. We as individuals need to take a part in this abuse.